Hey guys, Andrew here from Aloha Quails. Just a real short video. Last night we had some big storms come through and it dumped a lot of rain on us. My pond overflowed, emptied some of the water out. I've probably got to empty about another 30 gallons out just to get the level back to where it should be. But the biggest problem is with my quail cage. So the groundwater here doesn't drain too well. So with the amount of rain that we've got, it's basically flooded the bottom of the quail cage, and all the poop that was in the sand has floated to the surface. So basically, the cage is now encrusted in poop. I was planning on replacing that, this whole cage system anyway. It's just I've got to do it a little bit quicker than I thought I was going to. So what I'm going to do today is take my quails out, raise this frame up so I can get my 6-foot high cage in it, get the cage in here, get the quails in there, and then hopefully everybody lives happily ever after. So I'm going to get working on that and I'll show you what I'm doing as I'm going along. Step 1 to moving the quail cage, catching the quails. Okay, so the next step for me was to get the cage up higher. I needed to bring it up to about 6 feet. So what I did was I took the blocks, which I was using as my bottom layer, I stacked 3 of them, and that's raised it up high enough to where I can get the cage inside there now. And I'm just going to tidy up the rest of this after. My next step is to remove this wire at the front and remove this beam to give it an open front, and of course remove the door, and then get the cage over here. Okay, so the front of the cage is cut off. Next step is to rake or shovel all of the sand and dirt and crap into the corner, just so it's out of the way. I'm going to let it dry out for a few days before I try and get rid of it. Basically, I'm just going to pile it up. I'm going to cover it with a top, try and keep the smell down a little bit, because wet poop smells, and it's very wet right now. Okay guys, so there we go. We've got our quail condo, our 3-tier quail cage that we built in the video that I did last time. And I've got my quails in it. So we swept all of the sand from the quail cage up into this side. I'm gonna get rid of that. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know below. Quails are in here. I've got 20 quails in the top, 20 quails in the next one. And then I've got 4 or 5 males in this bottom one, which I'm going to process out. Those guys are going to go in the freezer tomorrow morning. This cage is great. The wire's not sagging too much. The trays have plenty of clearance. I am going to put newspaper on the trays just to make it easier to clean. These guys are going to get cleaned out daily. Literally, my living room is 6 feet away, so I can't be dealing with dirty, smelly quails. If you guys have any questions about the quail condo or any questions about quails in general, leave me a comment below and I'll happily reply to them. You've been watching Aloha Quails, and have a good night.